everyone, Exeter Rider, hope you're doing well. This week I'm at the ADR Festival again. Great place for riding motorbikes and test riding something new. This is definitely something new on me. I haven't ridden a Moto Guzzi before, but I'm trying the Moto Guzzi V100 Mandelo. We been looking forward to this one a lot. This is one of my bucket list rides for the weekend. I hope it rides as good as it looks. Hydraulic clutch, switch gear, lots of it, quite spaced out. Let's turn her on to the screen. It's a nice TFT screen there, very nice indeed. A lot on there, mind. How do you do this then? I can't start it. There you go. Oh yes, that's very nice. That's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, we're going. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, this is stunning. I know I've said this before, guys, but I'll say it again. You really do. Oh, the seats are quite nice as well, quite narrow. You instantly know when you get on a bike just by riding it, maybe getting into second gear. By the time you get into second gear, you just know if the bike is right for you. I instantly know this. Very, very characterful engine. It's got a strange kind of mapping to it. It's actually like, I'm so used to sort of V-twins and boxer engines having loads of low down pull, whereas this one doesn't really have what I would expect it to have on that front at the moment. But I just need to learn how this bike wants to be ridden, so I've only just got on it. Very comfortable, nice handlebar position, not too much weight on my wrist, but yet there is some weight on there. Tipping in, it just falls in beautifully. Obviously the weight is quite high up on this, so that probably helps that. Peg position is actually quite nice. I'd say it's semi-sporty position, yet it's that my feet are slightly forward to my bum. There's no quick shifter on it, which I would expect to have one on this, if I'm honest. But the gear change is very snickable. You know, it does snick into place quite nicely. A very positive sort of, there's no wishy-washy-ness on the actual gear lever itself. The seat is quite narrow, and I'd imagine it'll be okay for about an hour, and then maybe after an hour it might start digging in a bit. So we got a 6-speed gearbox, which is what you'd expect. The mirrors are okay, they give me a view over my shoulders, over the top. The screen is doing next to nothing, and in fact I'd even say I think that's an adjustable screen. I would say that's probably up the top, and it's just hitting the top of my helmet. I would probably want a bigger screen on this one, I think, if it was mine. Feels solid, feels nicely built. I don't know much about Guzzis because they're quite inaccessible to me, sadly. Enjoying this bike, I do like it. And being a boxer engine fan, you know what I'm like with my boxer engines. I've got a BMW R850 at home, 1998 model, an old one. And I've always liked that kind of setup, you know, the boxer engine. Whereas this is quite similar. Obviously, it's kind of a V-twin and a transverse setup. Yeah, it's punchy though, it's got a bit of punch to it, but a soft punch, it's not instant power. Suspension is quite hardish. set up. Certainly adjustable on the front, and on the rear I guess it's just adjustable for preload. I don't seem to have any buttons for adjusting the rear or any electronic suspension. I've got a characterful rumble coming from the engine down below. It's a little bit vibey, I guess you could say, but not only like, you know, it's not like a high frequency vibe, but a very, very nice bike to look at. I think Moto Guzzi are, well, I know they're Italian actually. I don't know whether they are still Italian. I guess they are. It certainly seems to have that Italian type of character. Yeah, it tips in really nicely, this bike. You feel the weight of that engine pulling you over, and it's just kind of smooth cornering. It'd be quite difficult to get on the rides at the ABR festival. This is big on my hit list, and it hasn't disappointed at all, which I'm really glad about. Nothing worse than looking forward to a bike and then it being totally not what you would expect. This is exactly the type of bike which I would go for if I had a decent dealer nearby. Not saying that I haven't, not saying that my dealer isn't decent, but it's right up my street, this type of riding. Fucking hell. Yeah, definitely much more at the top end. Yeah, that is exactly where it is. It becomes a bike that wants to be naughty, and then it becomes naughty, and it is naughty. Very naughty indeed. Does go well. Sounds alright. It is a bit, you know, dumbed down a bit, but again, it's not trying to be raucous and loud, and it's just, you know, meant to seems to be a bike that just wants to be nice natured. Bit of a Jekyll and Hyde. Definitely one I'd recommend trying if you get the chance and have a go on one of these. What's that, an hour test ride? Not even that. 45 minutes. Either way, I'm really glad I've done this one. I was looking forward to it. It hasn't disappointed at all. And love it. I'd really like this bike. It's a really good bike, this. Doing the 30-mile-an-hour stuff, the fueling's really nice for that. Here I'm 4th gear now, and it pulls really quite nicely. Obviously it is, I guess this is a litre bike, being a V100, I guess. You know, it goes to show what I know about Moto Guzzi. I know next to nothing about these bikes. I've always been interested in them, as I say, being a boxer engine fan, but I've never been able to get my hands on them, which was incredibly frustrating for me. As I say, my local dealer isn't interested in the slightest about lending out the bike, so I kind of just had to leave Moto Guzzi out in the corner. The screen is quite busy. At the moment it's set on fuel economy. I got me mileage to empty, a small tiny clock, outside temperature, and a little rev bar which just kind of floats up to the left. I really enjoy the bike. I like it. I love the way it looks. I love the quirkiness of it. It's a little bit you know, one of those bikes that not a lot of people have got, but it is a good bike. I really enjoyed this bike. Thanks to you for watching. If you could give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done already, then it means well, more subscribers I get, the more I get to ride bikes, which makes me very happy indeed. I really enjoy this stuff. So yeah, drop the video a like now, and do check out my channel and my other videos, which I have plenty coming up as well. So it'd be great if you could be along on the journey. So, and I'll catch you next week, Sunday at 4 PM. Thank you very much. Cheers.